All right, those of you that are looking to add Novo Nordisk to buy this stock on the dip, there are some things about the company you need to know about before making your decision. Of course, there are also some of you that own Novo Nordisk stock and are considering selling the stock. I also think that you should know these things before buying or selling the stock. So whether you're thinking of buying or selling Novo Nordisk stock, these are some factors about the company's recent developments that you need to know about before making your decision. Right. So you've probably already heard about the company's updated outlook for the rest of this year, where they downgraded their revenue growth and profit growth expectations. So the implied growth rate for the second half of this year is just in the mid single digits after growing more robustly in the first half of the year. And the management team saying the lower outlook that they're providing is predominantly linked to the performance of the US business. So internationally, the underperformance is not as large as the underperformance in the United States. It's the underperformance in the US that's causing the overall performance outlook to diminish significantly for the rest of this year. So the management team was also asked about its difficulties and whether or not they will go into 2026, or if the difficulties are for 2025 and then if 2026 would be a better year. The management team said that about 2026, we're not going to talk about that today. Right. So this was on July 29th when they provided investors with this outlook, with this downgraded outlook for 2025, and the management team deciding not to discuss 2026 during this conference call. Of course, I think some of that has to do with the uncertainty about its business in 2026. As I've discussed extensively, one of the reasons why the management team downgraded the outlook for 2025 is because compounders are still selling their drugs, their lower priced versions of Novo Nordisk weight loss and diabetes drugs, and they were not supposed to be allowed to, right? The regulators in the United States took away their approvals to sell those drugs back in May, but they're still selling them. And so Novo Nordisk is trying to use litigation, trying to use the legal system to stop those sales. And a lot of what happens in 2026 has to do with its success in those legal proceedings. If Novo Nordisk can be successful in stopping those compounders from selling those lower priced versions, then I expect 2026 to be a strong year for Novo Nordisk.
Click the link below to watch the full video.